Okay, I'm back. I will ask, have I gotten to the point that made you laugh hysterically and say the game was cursed? Or is that still coming? Since I know it's coming anyway. Or was it Takuma being a fucking idiot? It is in this scene, okay. Something about what that old woman said bothers me, and then Miyuki's reaction. A mass disappearance, huh? Does Miyuki know something about that? Miyuki, is something wrong? You seem upset.
Oh, it's nothing you need to worry about.
It is something that won't stand out really, but just stood out for me on what it means in a meta sense. Alright, well if I don't mention it, you can say it afterwards. Is it something that you'd rather not talk about?
Well, I'm not sure you'd believe me if I told you.
I mean, you're your child, it's been 50 years. I believe everything you say, Miyuki. Yeah, same here. Besides, we just came from another world. It doesn't get much more unbelievable than that.
I guess that's true.
Oh, this is where Ryo and Saki talked with each other, and we thought they were best friends, but they actually never interacted until it was time for him to die. Sorry, my glasses be smudged.
Here's the thing, Takuma. Everything's felt wrong to me since we returned to this world. Even though I'm sure it's where I came from, I don't recognize anything about this place.
What are you saying?
Look, this might be a weird question, but what year is it right now?
This year is 2020. You fucking fools! You fucking wish! You wish!
2020? So it's true. This really is a different time.
That line broke me, as it should. As it should. They never went back and changed it. They had this written. Dog! The game was supposed to come out January of 2020. The game was supposed to be done and released at the start of 2020. The game was done! I like to think this was the final chapter in 2020 and then they just kept adding shit to it for 2 years. A different time? What are you talking about?
This must be a different era from the one I lived in.
Huh? Could she really be from a different era? Is that even possible? Yes. And you're sure this isn't some sort of mistake or misunderstanding?
It can't be. When I lived here, the shrine wasn't some abandoned ruin. And what's a computer? I've never even heard of one before. It's all different. Everything's changed. From the scenery down to people's clothes. Nothing is the way I remember it. So you tell me, Takuma, what do you think is going on? Women's voices are higher pitched in this era. Little boys' voices are deeper. I don't get it.
But that can't be, can it? That would have to mean... Oh, is he gonna do it? Is time flowing differently? I guess it makes sense to have big talky chapter after big climax, but bro, none of this info is really interesting. Like, maybe her exploring the new world could be neat, but they don't do that. Yeah, man, this should just be a fucking show, dog! This should just be a show! Or, alternatively, English voice acting. And then, like... I get it, you know, there shouldn't be that much difference between if you're English voice acting or just reading it yourself. There shouldn't be that big a difference. At least if it is English voice acted, you can pretend you're watching a show. You can fucking suspend your disbelief and just absorb the story without putting much fucking brain power into having to read it. Damn gamer, racism must be present in every scene. What? What do you mean? It sounds like the flow of time in your world is different than in this one, Agumon. We were in that other world for days. But here, it's only been a few hours.
And it's also an entirely different era now than the one I grew up in. What am I supposed to do?
Miyuki. She doesn't look too good. I think we better find somewhere to rest. I think it's just mainly this is information that's clearly been obvious. Like, it's not even really... Yeah, this is like fucking brain dead easy shit to figure out. Good idea. I say, I have to imagine this has all been brain dead easy shit. I could, when I make Kimmy and Sam play this, they could both go, wow, wow, this twist is crazy. We're not far from the school, so we can head there. Think you can make it, Miyuki? Maybe we're just built different, you know? We also saw the twist for Malignant coming, so... She's crying. It must be quite a shock to return to this world only to find it's not really your own. Yeah, it was also my shock every time I give someone a terrible voice and then they become a main fucking lore dump character. Bro, if they don't realize everything the professor said, oh, my sister is still a child. Yo, you look like my sister, but a child. Oh my god, my sister's last name was the same as yours, John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. We finally made it. It's funny, after all that time in the other world, now this school looks wrong to me.
This place. This looks like where I went to school, only a lot nicer somehow. They started letting women into the main hall.
Probably another result of how much time it's been since Miyuki lived here. Even having made it back, I still feel like I have no idea what's going on.
So, what are we gonna do now, Takuma?
What do you mean? We came here to rest, didn't we?
Yes, but there's still a lot we don't know. I was thinking we should look into things.
This is where you're at, okay. You mean you want to search the school? I don't know about a search, but we could find a teacher and ask what's going on. Truly, what's fucked is I actually kind of really like Chapter 7. It felt like an anime conclusion. Dude, it felt like the midway point to your basic Digimon anime, where now we have the... Everything gets fucked up, and we have a big lore dump, and then we gotta go rebuild the team. That happens in every one of the animes. I don't know about a search, but we could find a teacher and ask what's going on.
In that case, we should probably have Agumon hide somewhere again.
What? Again? So what's our next move? We can't rest. You must not Agumon, the FBI. Agumon could kill the FBI. Except we can't rest because time is passing in digital world faster than here. So the more time we waste, the worse it is for everyone else. A teacher won't believe us. I guess this is the right answer. The dad squad. The data squad's gonna get us. We'll hide Agumon. He won't listen to us. Well, the first thing we'll need to do is to hide Agumon somewhere. I still don't see why I have to hide. We've been over this before. In this world, creatures like you and Falcomon just don't exist. So if anyone sees you, it could cause a panic.
Yeah, Takuma's right.
Well, I don't want to hide anymore. I want to stay with you, Takuma. Why can't I just pretend to be a stuffed animal again? That may have worked before, but I doubt we'll be able to fool any of the students. Could you please just stay at a side? I'll come back as soon as we learn something. Oh, alright. You better come back right back. Okay, Agumon, you hide in the bushes on the more shaded side of the building. Remember, that stuffed animal trick probably won't fool the students like before, so you'll need to be careful and stay at a side, okay? Glad I played through an hour of Vampire Hunter while waiting for you.
It's kind of like hide and seek.
I'm glad that when I finally stream Vampire Hunter, it'll be like months after it became popular and nobody will give a shit anymore. As is tradition for me. Hide and seek, huh? Well, I can do that. I'll hide so good no one will ever find me. You better. Alright, now let's head inside and see what we can learn and try to find a teacher. Exploration? Free battle? How? there a free battle? Andromon will be real in 24 hours! Andromon has arrived! In the fuck can you free battle? Why did you tell me to go to hell? What did I do? Bro, the students? She scared the shit out of me, I'm not gonna lie. Andromon will become real in 2020. I can't talk to the Scuds. Guide to the landmark field resort and panel teacher said this is held every year and that students join from all over. This place is secretly famous among history buffs for all the rare landmarks. I said that when I saw a free battle. Oh, the just go to hell. Okay, well, gamer, just go to hell. There's a timetable for what we're supposed to do at the site, but it's pretty tough. Probably because we each had to submit a more detailed schedule of our own. The landmark by the cherry tree is a nature-focused class of farm experience. The rack is lined with pamphlets to showcase this area. No gamer, it's a clue. This is actually a fake world. That would be, like, insanely big brain. I almost want to fight the Andromon to see if anything will happen. But I know it won't, and the fight will just take fucking 10 minutes. All their faces are, like, distorted when you point the camera at them. Women's fashion magazines, children's picture books, and comics. There's nothing odd about any of them, and none contain any useful information. You don't know that. I'd like to check the news or something, but the remote's nowhere to be found. Guess someone forgot to put it back. Sorry, y'all got whole ass fucking TVs in the school? Miyuki, can you believe this shit? Miyuki, look at this shit. I should try talking to the other campers. Is this fucking Shuji? From, fucking... Shinji, that's what I meant to say. Is this fucking Shinji? The fucking Evangelion kid. Oh, didn't you hear? The people on my camp have gone wisdom. Oh, for real? What happened? Oops. But I should save. I haven't heard anything down. I think he's been running all over looking for him. And we're supposed to just wait here for now. Holy crap, this is worse than I expected.
Takuma, they're talking about you and your friends, aren't they?
Yeah, I think they are. He kind of looks like a very young version of Guy from Steins Gate. The teachers and students here, I still have no idea what happened. Well, I'm glad we showed up here. I clearly did them in the wrong order. Boyish girl? The teachers? They all went off somewhere. Maybe they're looking for the campers that never came back. There were a lot of them. A lot of them? Either they got caught in the landslide or they stuck around to check it out. Lots of people still haven't showed up at school. Some people left school to go check out the landslide, apparently. The teachers must really be freaking out over this. Miyuki, what's wrong?
Oh, it's nothing. I just got surprised when that TV turned on by itself.
Oh yeah, someone must have used the remote. Looks like it's set to the news.
You mean now you can turn the TV on from far away? And hey, the image is in color.
This is gonna out me for my lack of technology history knowledge. What era are you from where we had TVs but not remotes? I did not realize that those were two separate inventions, you know? I didn't realize they released the TV, and then like 10 years later they were like, fuck, dude. What if we didn't have to walk to the TV? Remember, gamer? No, I don't. I wasn't alive.
The picture's even nicer than on that big one I saw in the electronics shop that one time.
It's 2020, an era long ago. Remote controls and color TVs are things most of us take for granted these days. I don't take my remote control for granted. I keep losing it. Original TVs have the turn dials. Yeah, I just assumed they also had remotes, but I simply just, you know, I learned something. You learn something from Digimon Survive every day. Sounds like a lot really has changed between now and when Miyuki lived here. I will say, I thought Miyuki was way older. I thought she was, like, pre-TV entirely. Though I guess realistically she has to be from, like, the 60s? The 50s at the absolute most? Because being from the 60s would make Haru, like, 65 or something. Though I'm having the opposite experience. This says it's today's news, but the date's the same as when we left for the shrine. So it's true, hardly any time has passed since we crossed over into the other world.
Yes, but not for me. Apparently it's been ages since I was taken.
At first I didn't think it was possible, but I'm sure Miyuki's not lying. Why would you think it's not possible? After all you've been through. Some of the things the professor told me. That photograph we found in the other world and that incident. All the lore we found. That old woman said happened 50 years ago. I feel like they're all connected. Could Haru and okay, so yeah, she literally went missing in like 1970. Could Haru and Miyuki have been swallowed up by that other world 50 years ago?
Takuma, look!
Huh? The location they're showing for the news story. It's not far from the shrine. It says several students go missing from camp after a major landslide. So it did make the news. Oh, this is bad. This means someone could recognize me as one of the missing kids. If they find out I came back but nobody else did, they'll ask about the others for sure. But how can I explain what happened?
Takuma!
What now? Let me guess. Agumon, she can see Agumon out the window playing with some kids.
The story.
What story? Is there something else on the news? Huh? That cable car looks familiar. And the story is accident at a defunct cable car ropeway. I recognize that cable car. Do you think it's the same one?
It has to be.
Sounds like Miyuki's thinking the same thing I am. But wait, what's this next story? Abandoned factory collapses in landslide, blocking nearby roads. It's the same place.
You recognize it too, Takuma.
Recognize it? We were just there. That's where we fought Piedmon.
I knew it. That must be what's going on.
Wait, did you figure something out? I presume my assumption is things that are happening in the digital world are bleeding into the real world. And it started with the gateway being open in the first place, but now our worlds are starting to slowly merge and affect each other. A landslide at a shrine, a cable car accident, and a factory collapsing. What could it all mean? What did Miyuki realize just now? Isn't it all just coincidences, or could she have known everything from the start? What does Miyuki know? I need to look at the backlog for this. I knew it. That must be what's going on. Okay. Have you always known? Miyuki, don't tell me you've known about all this from the beginning. Hmm? Have you known about what's happening in both worlds this whole time? Have you known why this is happening to us? Known about everything and just kept quiet about it?
Takuma, please calm down. There are some things I know, but it's nothing like what you think.
Okay, I believe you.
Please, you have to trust me.
Right, I'm sorry. I guess I got a little carried away. But I want you to tell me what you know, otherwise...
Okay, I'll tell you. I'll tell you everything I know. But first, I think we better go somewhere else.
You're right. If we stay here, someone else might overhear us. Also, because Agumon's waiting in the bushes. Okay, fuck Agumon, I guess. Okay, I don't think we need to worry about anyone eavesdropping us in here.
Right, so I'll start explaining. But you have to understand, this is all guesswork on my part. I think the world we're in right now, this world, and the one we got dragged into, the other world, are connected.
That makes sense, otherwise we couldn't travel between them. Oh god, the SCP.
That's not what I mean. I'm saying if there's an accident in the other world, then a corresponding event will happen in this world.
Huh?
That would explain those accidents we saw in the news just now.
But how?
Remember what happened with the cable car at the abandoned factory Takuma?
The cable car in the factory. What was it that happened to us there? Wait, I've got it. So that's what this is about. The site of the cable car accident is where Rio died. No? He died in the fucking ravine. And the landslide happened at the factory where we fought Piedmon. So you're saying the two worlds influence each other? As if they were overlapping?
To be precise, I think things that happen in that world have an influence on this one. And there's something else those places have in common too, which could be more proof.
They had something else in common, really. What else links those places besides location, a shared feature of both worlds? The mist? You mean the fog? Fuck, wrong movie.
Exactly! In both of those places we had to deal with the fog. Whenever something happened, the fog would roll in and cover the whole area.
So in other words, bad things happen where the fog shows up in the other world. And then that has some sort of effect on this world too. Is that it?
I think so.
But that's terrible. The fog showed up here at this school in the other world. The others might still be there. What if something happens to them?
And we're the only ones who know about this, Takuma. Which means we're also the only ones who can do something about it.
Wait, so you're saying... No, come on, you can't be serious.
But I am. We're the only ones who can save them, Takuma. It's down to us. No man left behind. We have to go back to that other world and save them.
Oh, fuck yeah. But what can we do? We don't even know how to go back.
Oh, but we do.
Huh?
You saw how my song was able to join the two worlds, right? It's an ability. A passive ability. Passed down in the Minase family for generations. I can join the worlds again.
Wait, passed down in the Minase family? Wasn't that the family the old woman said lost a daughter in the mass disappearance?
Takuma, you downright fucking moron. You bumbling idiot. You fucking dipshit.
I thought so! But does that mean you and Haru crossed in that world 50 years ago?
Apparently.
So those two spent 50 years all alone in that world. That's crazy! Man, my head's starting to spin again. I need to stay focused on the big picture. Anyway, you've inherited this strange power that could take us back there. While in the void, he took some brain damage. No, he was pretty stupid before as well.
But let's say...
Sorry, wrong person. But let's say we did manage to return that other world. What do we do about the fog?
The Master is the one who controls the fog.
The Master?
The one who robbed me of half of my soul. The same being who consumes children in the other world.
Come to think of it, Aru, Kinemon, and Piedmon did say the offerings were for the Master, from Doctor Who. But why did this Master steal half your soul?
50 years ago, when I was drawn into that world, there were many other children that were taken as well, the original Digidest. So at first, I thought I was like them, brought over by chance. But I wasn't. What the Master is really after is the blood of the maiden.
In other words, he's after you.
Right. The Master covets the holy power I inherited as a member of the Minase family. And he wants to use that power to satisfy a grudge that goes back hundreds of years.
So this is all about some ancient grudge? The Juon the Grudge? This is insane?
Please, Takuma, I want you to help me. I want to bring an end to the Master's hate. Not just for me, but for my brother, for Haru. We need to stop the Master.
And for Rio? Stop him? How are we supposed to stop him?
I don't know, but we can't just stay here and do nothing. More than anything, I don't want to leave Haru all alone.
Miyuki.
Besides, if that other world falls apart, I doubt this one will fare much better.
You're right. I know you're right, but what are we supposed to do? Whatever's happening, it's big. Big enough that it could mean the end of both worlds. To be honest, I'm scared. I can't imagine what I might be able to do to stop it. But Miyuki wants to go back. She wants to save her brother. And it's not like I want to just abandon the others. I want to save them too. But I don't see how I can. I don't have that kind of strength. I'm just a kid, and life's just a nightmare. I don't have superpowers. How am I supposed to save the world? But can I really turn my back on Miyuki? What am I supposed to do? Honestly, what I keep coming back to is, I can't leave them. No man left behind. You know, Miyuki, I don't want to abandon the others either. I want to save them.
So, does that mean you'll help?
Here's the thing. I don't see how anything I can do could possibly make a difference. I'm just an ordinary kid. I didn't inherit any special powers like you. Except my fucking dragon. Sure, I fought with all I had in the other world, but really, when you get down to it...
You've got Agumon, don't you? Haven't the two of you always found some way to rise to the challenge?
Miyuki's right. Every challenge I've faced so far, I've been able to overcome with Agumon at my side. Why should this be any different? It shouldn't be, really. I know it shouldn't, but I don't know. I feel like somehow coming back to this world turned me into a coward.
Takuma, please!
I just don't know what I should do. Takuma? Oh, Takuma, is that you? What? Oh god, it is you! You're okay! Oh, teacher. Why didn't you check in with someone? Do you know how hard we've been looking for you? Maybe you haven't heard, but some students may have gone missing. It's terrible! Sorry. You were in the group with Minoru, weren't you? What happened to the others? If that's a question that needs answering, then they probably didn't make it back. Not that I had much hope they did anyway. And who's this girl?
Oh,
Oh no. Actually, I got separated from the others. I wound up completely lost, so I had this girl show me the way back. Isn't that right?
Oh, yes, that's exactly what happened. I lived nearby, so I knew the way.
I see. Well, even if it's just you, Takuma, I'm glad you made it back safe. I hope the others are okay, too. Teachers must all be convinced that the others got caught in a landslide. Listen, Takuma, I want you to wait here in the school for a little while, okay? You too, miss. It's probably best if you stick around until things settle down. I can't believe this is happening. The landslide alone would have been bad enough. Wait, you mean something else happened besides the landslide? Yeah, some talking bear monster thing apparently showed up near that old shrine. Apparently it's caused quite the scene. A monster?
But how?
Well, I'm sure it can't actually speak. That has to be... Look at his fucking face, dog. That has to be some kind of mistake. Look at his eyes! He's a me, dude! They made him in Wii channel. The witnesses must have been scared out of their minds. Considering the timing of those reports, I wonder. A strange monster that can talk. That couldn't be Agumon, could it? No, Agumon's hiding nearby. He said that out loud. Which only leaves one other possibility.
Takuma, you don't think...
Monzaemon? Miyuki's face just went white as a sheet. Oh, this is bad. I don't like this at all. Could this really be who I think it is?
Takuma, I have a bad feeling about this.
Hold on. We can't be sure of anything yet. For all we know, it could be Minoru and Falcomon or any of the others.
But if it were, don't you think they'd know to avoid attracting attention, like we did?
She's right.
Besides, if we really didn't come back alone, there was only one other monster nearby.
Do you really think it's him? I have no fucking clue what bear they could possibly be talking about if it's not Monzaemon. What's gotten into you two? If you're worried about something, you know you can tell me. Miyuki, we need to be sure.
Right.
Hey, where do you think you're going? Sorry, but we really have to go. First, we need to get back to where we left Agumon. Bro, what? Piedmon? He's on a fucking bear, though! That's... them saying it's a bear monster is what's throwing me off. Oh shit, chat just died on me. Hey man, you know what? My fucking computer just went into rest mode and turned chat off. So that's probably a good sign to end the stream here. We're hitting the point anyway. Rather than sit here and wait for chat to get back, it's probably a good time to call it. We're making progress. We are making fat progress. Burning through dialogue. He is now. He turned into a bear. Whoa! Anyway, thanks for coming to Digimon Survive. I may do more tomorrow, but I'm not sure. I have some plans tomorrow, but I may be a bit free after work for like an hour or two to squeeze a little more in. Other than that, Monday's probably a good day for us to do it, if nothing else comes up, since I'm simply off work Monday. We're trying to crank out as much of this as we can before Pokemon comes out Friday. So, we got like 5 days left to crank out a bunch of this. I don't want to look up how many chapters there are, but we're just going to do the best we can. If we don't finish, we don't finish. Anyway, thanks for coming. We'll do some more when I can. I'm going to try and get back to getting this shit done more regularly, streams in general.